on, guys? It is the Poke King, and we're back with another banger. We're gonna take a look at probably one of the best decks that counteracts with Black Bolt and White Flare. This is probably the deck I think that most people could pick up and start playing. It is a very good deck. Once again, not a lot of additions from the new set. It is Joltik box. I think this deck does a lot with the format. It goes faster than your average deck compared to like your Gardevoir EX, your Marnie's Grimmsnarl, or even Dragapult EX. So let's take a look at my version of Joltik box. So let's get into the deck profile. Starting off with the little bug himself, we're going to be playing 2 Joltik the 30 HP. Now, of course, we're playing 1 Bravery Charm to protect this guy if you do see it, but we're using the Jolting Charge attack. For 1 colorless energy, you search your deck for up to 2 basic grass and up to 2 basic lightning energies, and you attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So we're going to take advantage of things like the Iron Hands EX. We're also going to be taking advantage of things like Miraidon, Pikachu. So Joltik is that energy accelerating. Once again, we don't want to use anything like electric generators. We just want consistency. Now, we do need a Pokemon that can evolve from Joltik, so we're going to be playing Galvantula. Galvantula is such a good attacker in this deck. There were times where people weren't playing this card in Joltik box, and it's like, why? You take the 30 HP liability off the board. With Shocking Web and Compound Eyes, this becomes an attacker that can knock out Charizard EX, can knock out Marnie Grimmsnarl EX, and it's a single prizer. So why would you not play this card? So you got to play the 1 Galvantula. To get all your Pokemon out, once again, it's a bunch of electric attackers. We're going to be using Miraidon EX. Of course, Tandem Unit allows us to grab 2 electric lightning Pokemon from our deck. And then even things like Photon Blaster, because we play Bravery Bangle, Miraidon can take some knockouts on other big EX Pokemon. We're playing 2 Iron Hands EX. If this card did not exist, this deck probably wouldn't exist because we want to get to amp you very much. We want to accelerate to this attack and then just go crazy. So with Iron Hands EX, with amp you very much, we're able to take 2 prizes off of the little single prizers. That's why this deck can compete with Dragapult, because the goal is to go too fast. 2 Pikachu EX, this is how we deal with Gholdengo EX. This is how we also deal with other Pokemon, whether it be Raging Bolt, so Pikachu EX, Resolute Heart, such a great ability, and Topaz Bolt. One of the things that you'll see with this deck is maybe we'll change out the stadium. I'm playing a Lively Stadium, but Gravity Mountain works so well with Topaz Bolt, which allows you to take out the big knockouts on things like Dragapult or, once again, Charizard EX. We're playing the 1 Lily's Clefairy. This card was such a staple in Joltik box, but you're seeing some people take it out because 1 Dragapult, it's still being played, but not as popular as it once used to be. But also, you just have ways to just turbo and go fast for that matchup that, you know, people have been cutting the Lily's Clefairy to add room things for like Dynamo and the electric line. We're playing 1 Iron Leaves EX. Some people do cut this card. I did have this cut before I did the deck profile, but I think with Marnie Grimmsnarl being such a very popular deck, of course Charizard is making its return. This just allows you to utilize the energies that are kind of spread out throughout the board and then just be able to take big knockouts on, once again, Pokemon that are weak to grass. We're playing Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. It's a great late game attacker. And then if you need to, you could theoretically attack with this if somehow you just had a horrible hand and you could only Joltik charge. 1 Mew EX, it's a great attacker with Geno hacking, so it allows you to kind of knock out Charizards. Just a really good versatile Pokemon. 1 Latias EX, pretty much all the Pokemon besides, of course, Galvantula are basic Pokemon, so getting the free retreat is really nice there. 1 Pheasant Skippity EX, and once again, this is the best support draw Pokemon in the game right now, and that's going to round out all of the Pokemon that we play. Next up for the trainers, we have 4 Arven. Super simple, grabs you like a Nest Ball and Ultra Ball, and then of course the item that you need, if it's something even like a Power Glass, Bravery Charm, super versatile there. We're going to be playing 4 Crispin. This card just helps to energy excel. So after you Joltik charge, you can then just keep swinging with things like the Pikachu. We're going to be playing 4 Boss's Orders. We want to basically get out the Pokemon on their bench that we want to attack against. And you know, if we want to just, you know, boss around a Dragapult or a Charizard, we're going to do that. So Boss's Order, super versatile. I'm playing the one Iono in the deck. Some people have been playing Judge, which once again helps a lot against Godango and stuff like that. I would say if you're playing the Judge version of the Joltik box deck with the Judge, play a Genesect. The basic Genesect, the one prizer, stops people from being able to unfair stamp you or even Godango Energy Search Pro. So I do like the Genesect, so I may put that in the deck list. For Ultra Balls, just keeping the deck super consistent, once again, helps to discard down the hand so you can Mew and restart for some more cards. For Nest Ball, once again, searches out every Pokemon in the deck except for Galvantula. Keeping it consistent with 3 Pokegear. Once again, this deck does struggle a little bit. I may cut down 1 more Pokegear. I know this. I had this at 4. A lot of people will play this at 4. I may cut this down to 2 and then play a Research, because there's times where if you could top deck a Research, you can just get the card that you need. 1 Earthen Vessel allows you to get that energy for the turn you need it for the Joltik, to then once again start energy accelerating. 1 Night Stretcher, really good, versatile. Get back your Pheasant Skippity, even get back things like your Mew EX. We play the 1 Brave Bangle, super important there. 1 Prime Catcher, once again, this has always been the A-spec for the deck. Power Glass, this allows you just to keep looping back the Pikachu, so this is really good once again against Godango and Raging Bolt. 1 Air Balloon, this is the new card from Black White. Black Bolt. Black Bolt and White Flare. So is Air Balloon. So once again, we're playing 1 of each of those. 1 Bravery Charm, and I wanted a Stadium just in case someone was playing like Pokemon League Headquarters. Godango may play that to counteract you and Raging Bolt. So Lively Stadium just gives each basic Pokemon a plus 30 HP. Once again, I don't know if I want to play this or something else, so this may get switched out for something else. Just don't know, but I think a Stadium does have to get played, unfortunately, in the deck. We're going to be playing 5 Lightning Energies, 5 Grass Energies, 2 Metal, and 1 Psychic, and that was my take on Joltik box. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think of my Joltik box deck profile. What are some cards that we should add, and what are some cards we should take out? Once again, should we play like the Gravity Mountain? Should we play the Baby Genesect? What are some cards that we should add to this deck list? You always know this. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become part of the Poke Kingdom. It's been your king. Peace.